Hello, folks, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Season of Discovery. Let us continue. I made a remark in an earlier episode, and I'm now wondering, was it true? Was it? Or was I just full of shit? God, that's loud. Yeah, I did a little bit of editing after last set, and I lowered down my headset's settings from that. Bit loud. Character was looking good. Oh yeah, the settings I was you know the new quests in it. I think there was some stuff that actually tie in with, you know, the War Within, Zalathat or something. That's what I remember hearing someone say. I hope that's true. It's part of the thing that's motivated me to actually play this, and it's also something I've said I would hope not to be wrong. I'd hate to, you know, misinform people, you know? Playing this is making me kind of want to go back to Palanai, honestly. Which, if I do, will be going according to my backlog and come out after like all my EVO 9 and FF14 minutes. So ages down the road, probably well into a War Within, if not the next expansion. What I was trying to do was a shift click. What's this? Arcanite bar. Huh. Bottled drink is in the way. Okay, let's just go and sell stuff.
Greetings. Be careful.
Charred note hasn't despawned. Thought it would. Can I go back and tell the guy she's joined the just trying to join the cult, and we for some reason spared her? It'd be just nice to see some sort of conclusion on this side.
Need help?
Nope, we can't inform him. Meditation to Loa. On the Loa, on the undead. On undead, and on the wound.
Greetings. Be careful. I need to get closer.
Um, da, 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 da. Love the Stormwind team. Never noticed, or maybe I did, but subconsciously rather than consciously, like the different like areas within Stormwind having their own team. I only ever remembered the Stormwind team. You know, I'm finally sitting down and deciding, you know what, let's play. And now I just want to sleep. It's friggin' typical. Didn't check the economy today. They may have sorted the underpricing, or maybe that's a new staple. Oh yes, you mine these things more than once. Fuck. Hopefully it's not on a timer. I think it is. Done a timer and limited charges. Or maybe not. Okay. That's fine. The sound of him taking pain from falling sounds weird. Really should get into looking into joining a guild. I think it would be useful. But yeah, I think it'll be useful to join a guild. Probably a good idea, anyway. Wandering swordsman.
Light be with you.
Hail, traveler. I wander these lands looking for fellow duelists to test my blade. Are you up to the challenge?
Light bless you.
Huh. It's a warrior thing. I was guessing as much when I saw swordsman, but I wanted to be sure. So, there was a thing I was trying to say last time I was playing. Well, second last time I was playing, when I was doing this route previously. I was trying to talk about weak hero. I'm gonna try to do it again and hope that I'm more coherent this time. Because I feel I bungled my words, or described like shit. So, it's a bully manga. A manhwa, webtoon, whatever. It's a Korean comic, centered around bullying. Bullying is a very common thing over in Korea. Very, very common. Apparently it's gotten to the point where parents have to hire these guys, referred to as uncles, to escort their kids to school. There is a premium package where they'll record the kid being bullied and then confront the parents of the bully in the middle of their workplace, loudly proclaiming how much a piece of shit that person's kid is. To try and shame them into making their kid cop the fuck on. How effective that is, I question, but you know, at least it's something. But anyway. But yeah, bullying is quite horrendous over there. And I imagine that influenced this. But bully mangas typically take place in a high school with seriously jacked up schools, as in either the teachers are oblivious, on side with the bullies, or just too intimidated by the bullies to do anything. There's another one that I talked about before in this upcoming series. I can't remember what it's called now, but the main guy witnesses a dude bullying another student, and he ends up he records it and puts it on his channel, as the bully had been recording it himself and putting it on his channel, but he forces the guy to go along with it, to pretend he's into it, kind of thing. But the footage the other guy showed proves that he wasn't, that he's been forced to do it. Sorry, there we go. This cap on this bottle was busted and would not come to fuck off. Oh, maybe this is the new thing that they were talking about, where you can't take the lids off fully anymore. I'd seen people talk about that, but I just assumed the plastic lid here had was just shoddy and broke. Well, I hope I'd put a little bit of hand gel on my hands earlier, hoping it didn't just hit off the mouthpiece. Ugh. But anyway, ignoring that. So yeah, so the teachers are either on side with bullies, oblivious or worthless. The boys sometimes literally run the school. And that other one that I couldn't remember, there is a shadow council run by the students and they can literally dictate to teachers, okay, expel that guy. And they're like, yes sir, to the student. That one wasn't... It was kind of a bully manga. It was just different. In so many bully mangas, it's settled with fists, where here it was more like words and guile. Weak hero, it's settled with fists, but also with chairs and flower pots, or him breaking a brick over your head. In Hectopascal, it's settled by Korean Terminator. Like, literally, a car is gonna run him over, he runs at the car and, like, jumps it. He gets bloodied, but then he chases after it, catches it, plunges his fist through the back window, pulls a guy out, and then makes, like, person-sized dents with his fists in the iron door of the apartment he's trying to break into. So, but like, Hectopascal is fun. I like it, but also kind of like weak hero. It's maybe it's the low, lower like power level of it, or like they actually can't generally look like high school kids. There's guys in Hectopascal that look like they're in their 40s. And it's just... I feel Weak Hero is a little... I know, it's just grabbing me more at the moment, That being said, I binged the shit out of Hectopascal, so I'm not knocking it. But, yeah, main guy is this weak-looking pretty boy in a very rough school. He's got very good grades, to the point where anyone who knows his grades questions why he's there in that school in the first place.
That's still recharging.
Dodge. Anyone who knows his grades question why he's there in that school in the first place. Because, he could be in a better place.
It's too far away.
But, I can't remember quite how it starts. But, some guy harasses him, spits on his book, is belligerent, and he beats the shit out of him. The guy tries to gang up with his goons, he beats the shit out of the three of them. I think he actually starts whipping one of them with his belt. Or no, maybe that came later. But, yeah, the guy is physically frail. The boys complain about how he fights unfairly. The guy himself points out the fact that they have a sheer fitness advantage over him. He can't match, So he has to fight smarter. So it's enjoyable in that, like, I'm herder, I'm an evil cunt. And then he's introduced to a brick to the head. A chair. Like, literally at one point he ends up binding a guy up with his top. And the guy ends up hooked up on a table, so he can't free himself. The main guy just starts beating the ever-loving tar out of him, straight to the head with a fucking chair. It's really fucking nice. Because the guys are complete pieces of shit. The mount, like, it's fictional, but, you get this, like, yeah! The satisfaction seeing shit cunts get, what they deserve, It's beautiful. There's a bit of that in Hectopascal. I'm going to spoil one bit. He ends up in a fight against a guy that... There's a fair bit of backstory between them. Tons of bad blood. Even more recent bad blood. And someone's like, you know, I'm going to be the better man. I'm not going to do to you what you've done to me. We're going to leave this here. Main guy's like, I'm not going home like this. And proceeds to give the guy one hell of a beating that they fade to black. You just see the dude in hospital in the later chapter. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm not going home like this. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just fucking beautiful. These don't seem to be dropping them. We'll move on to the ones further inland. Murloc, Gortusk Snout. Oh, we'll go down this way and kill some Murlocs. But, wait, I can't give you... never mind.
It's too far away.
I was saying RB, not LB, damn it. Apologies, person. I'm illiterate, apparently. See LB's on the right, RB's on the left? That throws me the fuck off. Because, you know, the arrow buttons match up, the letter buttons match up, but that does not match up. And that really throws me off. I apologize to them. I feel really embarrassed now. I don't feel too bad about delaying, you know, say if I do go back to Palanai, but delaying the footage of that coming out, because, like, I have footage of him that's still... There's a major spike of tension every once in a while. Like, and the footage is like years old, but it still gets its spike of views from time to time. So I'm hoping same will carry through here. You know, I know, I'll hit some evergreen content. It seems profession quests are of interest, or maybe it was just that one profession quest that was a bit annoying to do. It's Odin's Blessing. I hate fighting Murlocs.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. Thank you.
Is there little mini hers running around after it? That's cute. I need to fix up my gear, honestly.
I'm out of range. That
cast the healing spell on me. Something of me to use. There we go. I remember hearing before of ways to glitch your way into Hydra. Damn. I wonder if that still works. They probably fixed that during Kata. Oh, during Classic. God, my God, the amount of eyeless Murlocs around here. Jesus. These Murlocs already respawned.
It's too far away. I can't catch it yet.
But yeah, it's a Dark Letter Tunic. But yeah, Weak Hero is a bully manga centered around a guy called Gray. He's quite frail, but he wins his fights by the fact that he's good at reading patterns. It's his body's way of compensating for its frailty. He's good at reading people, so he can kind of, like, he notices a person moving a certain way, he can dodge. It's not that he's moving extremely quickly, he just can read body language well. And he uses his environment well. He doesn't rely on just slugging it out with people. There's a fucking chair here. Here's a brick! Meathead! You know, stabbed him in the hand with a pen, you know, smashed him in the face with a chair, a flower pot. He does what he can to win. And, you know, the one where the guy got hooked on a table and he bet the shit out of him? It's so satisfying. Like, that's seriously... It's a great beatdown, but the context for it is terrible. Like, the reason why he's doling it out is, like, the worst one in the series so far. So... But yeah, seriously, it's a fun read. Weak Hero, you can find it up on website. Hectopascal is also good. Though while it's another bully manga, it's very different to Weak Hero. Main guy is, like I said, he is Korean Terminator. He's just a fucking, like, beast of a man at 17, and like a running like in Weak Hero, most of them look like teenagers, you know, like standard teenager. In Hectopascal, so many of them look like they're like at least 10 years older than they're meant to be. They're said to be, and they've spent those 10 years in a gym, like on like protein powder and steroids. They're all very jacked. They got to one point where they actually started mocking it themselves about how the guys look like, you know, how are you teenagers? You look like you're 40. But it is fun. It's just different. And again, I'm not going home like this, but oh, that's just mwah, beautiful. Like, seriously, if I didn't have a bit of hand gel on my hands, I would kiss my fingers like, you know, chef's kiss. Mwah. Like, seriously, it's beautiful. I suppose to give context on what Hectopascal's about. Main guy used to fight this gang. I don't remember what they were called, but he was beating the shit out of them. He was winning. They started the fight, but then they ran to the cops, and they spun a story painting him as the villain. They found people that didn't like him, and they agreed with the story. You get 2 more handfuls of oat. And they agreed with the story and sold him as a terrible person. But they gave him a plea deal that if he apologizes, they'll go easy. But it still ends up costing his father his gym. And so they're struggling to make ends meet for a few years. And people are harassing him, attacking him, but he refused to ever fight back because of what him fighting back has cost them. But one day he's getting the shit kicked out of him, and the guy starts talking shit about his dad. He gets angry for a moment, paralyzing the guy with simply a glance, and grabs his ankle. He was either kicking him or punching him, but whatever he was using, he grabs it. And then he's like, oh wait, sorry, and catches himself and lets go. The guy ends up grabbing nearby planks of wood, breaks each one off him. Guy's still not dead, and then they just walk off. Some strange guy in a suit approaches him, and if you want to ever read World's Greatest Real Estate Developer, or whatever it's called, real estate developer thing, where the guy's reborn as a deadbeat noble son and becomes a great architect in fancy world. The rich guy in the suit and him have the same energy. The same, just something to them. But anyway, the rich guy asks him, why aren't you fighting back? You could take him, kind of thing. And I can't remember quite how the conversation flows, but I think it turns to money. Is it, you wouldn't have enough money for the settlement, or the court case. So he opens a suitcase and drops it on the ground, saying that he would have enough money to bring that guy to court and, have him pay for the damages, or he would have enough money there to smooth over any, restitution claims from them. The guy that just beat the ever-loving tar out of him with, the wooden... I can't quite remember what it was, but basically the guy was asking questions, why did he just let that happen, and brought up was money an issue, because if money was an issue, he could solve it. Here's a suitcase of cash, empties it out on the ground. You can either bring him to court and own his ass with the amount of money I'm giving you here, or you can beat the tar out of him and use this money to smooth over the fact that you just broke him in 50 different places. The guy comes back and, it's like, hey, I didn't know you had this much money. If you told me, I would have, I wouldn't have gone so hard. And as the guy's reaching down to it, the guy in the suit asks him, asked him, you could get 5 minutes with him with this amount of money. And the main guy is just like, I only need 5 seconds. Elbows him in the face, launching him backwards. Then proceeds to go to town on the rest of them. And that starts their working together. Main guy doesn't know why the dude hates the gang like he does. He doesn't know. You know, what's motivating him to
I can't cast that yet.
get involved in this, to pay for him to go around beating the shit out of people, to finance his revenge, you know? But the, I mean, rich dude promises that he would find out eventually. Just to be satisfied that they both have a mutual enemy. And the main guy's happy with that. Goes to school next day to beat the tar out of the dude that was... The dude had a store online, and he was forcing everyone in his class to buy from him. Like, or he'll beat the shit out of them. He was paying off the teachers. He was paying off anyone that should be stopping him, so no one cared. No one, you know, everyone just had to go along with it. So he just goes in and beats the tar out of him. He flees, tries to get help, and the main guy just bribes that guy away. And continues beating the tar out of the dude. It was beautiful. Like, they're beautiful. Hectopascal and Weak Hero are beautiful in two different ways, you know? Hectopascal is a bit crazier. I feel hesitant to say one is more grounded than the other, but power level wise, Weak Hero is lower tier, and I think that makes it a little bit more palatable to me. But both are still really good things. Again, I'm not going home like this. That's it. I love it. Especially just because I'm kind of tired of the whole, like, oh, I'll be a better person. Like, I'm sorted my way through who knows how many people. But I'm going to spare the named enemy. You know, the big bad. I'm going to spare them. No, I'm not going home like this.
I can't cast that yet.
Oh, nice. I think I moved past so many of these because you kind of passively highlight them, going, you know, moving your cursor around the screen. That's not an option for me.
That's still recharging.
So yeah, I end up missing a lot of things.
That spell is ready.
But yeah, both are up on Webtoon if you want to give them a look.
I need to get closer.
Hectopascal and Weak Hero.
I can't cast that yet.
Here's the fun bit about those rough sharpening stones. I can just keep putting them back up. Oh, actually, one other thing I realized that sucks about WoW's marketplace. Remember I was saying in
That spell isn't ready yet.
wait, FF14, there's no deposit, but there is a fee on when your thing sells. With EVE Online, I think there is a deposit fee, which can be reduced via skills and then standings with corps and whatnot. But then I think there is also a fee when it sells, maybe. But there is definitely not only a deposit fee in WoW, but there is also a fee when a thing sells. You'll get the deposit back if the thing sells, which I don't think you do in EVE Online. But the durations here on WoW are so short that if you get undercut and the thing is not very aggressively bought and sold, you're losing that deposit. You know, if people aren't going through so many of that a day, you're losing that deposit. So I would love to see a tweaked auction house, because the auction house you see here is the exact same as the modern auction house. They made no changes to it, zero changes to it since Classic. They may have like expanded it, so oh, the auction house, say the auction house in Moody Bay no longer exists. It's rolled in with the like factional auction houses. It's like there's as far as I know, you can trade to the Horde via the like Stormwind auction house. That's something I think I remember hearing, but maybe that's something they never end up doing. I don't know. But yeah, the auction house you see here is the exact same as the auction house you see in Dragonfight, or at least in Shadowlands. It's the exact same you see there.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast it again.
No need for me to fight that coyote. Good fish
I
meat.
can't cast that yet.
But
That's still recharging.
finally, Gnoll Paw. Mount you have to kill. But yeah, that's one thing that does annoy me, is like, you get undercut at all here, it feels like your thing will never sell. So, given how people do Lost Lead, like, it's gone out of fashion, it makes it really hard to... Herbs baked eggs. It makes it really hard to, you know, be a merchant to sell stuff, you know? Because someone then undercuts you below your profit margins.
I'm out of range.
So, you know, you just end up getting priced out in market. So, it's frustrating.
Inventory is full.
Down. Oh, these don't stack. Down. Oh, I made space by accident there. I remember back on one of my Blood Elves, I can't remember if it's the one I kept or the one I redid, but he made so much money selling like zesty clam meat or whatever clam meat came from Ghostlands. Ugh, need to kill 2 more trappers. I need to go down there, go Quarry Coast. I'm sure I'll get quests to go there soon enough. But yeah, if you want to read those stuff, go check out Webtoons.
That spell isn't ready.
Content check. I think that's the one I was saying that I'd talked about in another recording, an upcoming one. Remember I mentioned that like surprise series up on Twitter? I mentioned doing one. I may have also mentioned it here in a vid. Maybe not. But well, yeah, there's this series going up that I'm like, ooh, it's a surprise. Oh. stiff. Yeah, I talked about content warning in it.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Seriously? Stop throwing it through a solid fucking object. Respect fucking causal reality. Bitch. Oh, damn it, now I got that song stuck in my head. Damn it. I want to sing it now, but god do I not have the nerve. Oh. Oh! That's the Undying Labor. Feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. These bad guys mean to harm us. They got to go. Fuck.
It's too far away.
I'm not singing it, I'm really quoting it. That's safe enough. I have no idea how much health they have. It may be an insignificant amount and they're merely an elite for show, or they may mean business.
That spell isn't ready yet.
They're an elite for show.
I can't cast it.
Oh, replace. Woo, upgrade, baby. Earn new ability after giving blessings to 5 different players. Okay. 5 different players. That's an easy one to do. I have to head back to Stormwind anyway.
It's still recharging.
Perception check, I think is this song called. It's like the the idea of it is, four people are playing a game of D&D, a DM and 3 players. And the bard breaks out into song, and it's really fucking funny. It's good. It's good. That's like the idea of it. It's not actually a real D&D match, presumably. Okay, normal harvest golem, not the rusted type. But yeah, it's a pretty funny song. I quite like it. Quite catchy. There is a lot of like fan redraws of it. The one that I was looking at the most was one that they liked. You know the like personality tests where they give you like this thing that's 4 letters. Yeah, they had that next to all the different that next to the characters, and in the title. I think it was like a Korean comic. At least it had the art style where you could believe it was a Korean comic, if you get me. It's just like, you know, people say that there's like an anime art style. There's kind of a Korean art style too. And yeah, it's kind of that going on.
How are you?
Howdy, Tor. Tor. There's a guy on YouTube. He's a game dev. Used to work at Blizzard. His name is Tor. It's me. Apparently, he was claiming in one video that, you know, there was a fat guy in the South Park episode on WoW. That was meant to be his dad or something. I haven't actually sat down and watched any of his streams. I've just seen a ton of his shorts. There's a little taste of this. Like, it's very syrupy. But there's a little other twang to it, and in the back of my head it's like, it's the hand gel, it's because you hit off the mouthpiece. But I think the bit of my hand that hit off the mouthpiece didn't have any on it. I didn't hand gel my old hand, I put hand gel on tissue, wiped the fingers on one hand, wiped the like edge of my hand on the other, and that was it. And it's been a while. I think I'm just being erotic. Which is nothing new. I've been very twitchy today. OCD, germophobia, it's all being terrible. Go, Shirt Girl, the people need you. Did read your name right? Yes, Shirt Girl. Go, the city needs you. And now I feel sick. Dark leather tunic. Yeah, that's way too expensive. This should be fine.